It's actually sunny now, which is kind of nice. What did I do this morning? It's gone. I know I went out and went for a walk. And it was very cold. It was below zero. It was windy. And I went out. Oh, it was late. Oh yeah, because I hung around here for so long. My phone needed to be charged. That was one thing. So I thought, okay, let's get that up. And then I never did get it all the way up until I got home anyway. Because I thought, this is crazy. Don't go out so late. So I stuck around and I took my, I did my my colored laundry. I did my whites yesterday, did my colors today, so I had to take down the whites because the colors are coming, right? So and then I got the colors going and so on and so forth. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I set the RoboVac going. So there are all sorts of little things that I set in motion. So I hung around until they were all in motion. Yeah. And then I went out with the express purpose of going back to the coffee shop where I got my 3 ornaments yesterday. Little ornaments. Little ornaments. They're about that big. And because I thought, there was a 4th ornament there. It was a big one. I left it there, right? Because I was only going for my small tree. I thought you can get that big one and you can use it somewhere else. So I went there with my backpack on my back with the express purpose of getting that ornament. And once I got there, I stood around while I waited for my glasses to unfog. Said hello to Carrie, my hairdresser. And then the guy who runs the coffee shop, the owner, whatever, came in and he says, "Didn't I see you here in that exact same spot yesterday?" I said, "Yep, that was me." So, yeah, because my backpack he made a comment. He discussed my backpack with me. He really liked it. He complimented me on my backpack. So, he remembered me. And I was standing in the same spot looking at the same ornaments, right? Yeah, so I looked at that big ornament and it was not the same quality. Okay, the papier-mâché was quite obviously not applied the same way, and it looked. And then the pattern, the Christmas pattern, the holiday pattern, it didn't do anything for me. These are nice, okay? And it's smooth and attractive. This was rough and not well done. So I said, okay, that's it. I'm not getting it. And I looked around again to see what other things they had, and they had nothing else. So sounds fine. I can go home without buying anything. No problem. So then I went out and I went down that street, I went up around that street, then I went across the road and went up that street, and then down that street, and then up that street, and then down that street. And then I went back to that street and I went to the woodworking shop and defogged my glasses. There was a mysterious sound on my phone, and it was cold enough outside that it didn't want to check my phone outside. So I went into the woodworking place, checked my phone. It was one of those texts that you get at this time of year that you don't, you look at it, you go, oh yeah, block. So I did that, and then I discussed the ornament with Kathy. She said, yes, he can do that, as her husband. They had discussed it, and she said, so you mean to put it in the middle as large as possible? Yes, that sounds good. Okay, good, we'll do that. I said, okay, and off I went. I went up and down another few streets, and I'm over 4 kilometers, so We yesterday when the change got made to the having Christmas at my daughter's place instead of here, and we were discussing it with my daughter, and then yesterday I caught Mimi preparing schnitzel. I said, "Oh, you're making schnitzel?" And I thought she was preparing them ahead of time to freeze them, and then but no, she's just making them for us to eat here, or them to eat here. And she all of a sudden got, in response to what I was commenting on, she started getting teary and started talking. And I realized that she had some things to say, and that she and her mother have issues. And I remember a long time ago, she said she loved the idea of me being here because she gets along with me better than she gets along with her own mother. And that brought me to tears that time, both of us. So I didn't realize that her mother and my mother had a lot in common. And according to my son, her mother is 100 times worse. So we had some talking back and forth where, you know, when we brought it up to her mother that we were not having Christmas here, that we were going there, and this then blew up in the air, and she had a discussion with her mother, and so we had a discussion, and my daughter got into the conversation. We all discussed it again, and we decided to invite them to Guelph as well. I said, why don't you invite them to Guelph as well? I asked my daughter, and my daughter said, no problem, all are welcome. As long as they can stay home, they're happy to have everyone there. So it's my son-in-law who, I mean, my daughter would, we were all very disappointed that they weren't coming here for Christmas, right? We were all ready to host, decorate everything. But no. Did I put, yeah, I'm gonna have to see red cabbage. I'm going shopping. Yeah, anyway, we were disappointed, and so we had this discussion with her, and it is my son-in-law who doesn't like dealing with kids late at night on the way home. My son said, he says, that was always the great part. I said to Mimi, I said, I guess they're not used to, you know, traveling over holiday time like we were, because my family, my husband and my kids and I, and my parents, we drove to Quebec, and my husband and I and our family drove to Quebec at least twice a year, okay? Every year for years. And that involved lots of nighttime traveling with kids. So I guess we were used to it, but he is not, and he doesn't enjoy it. So, you know, my son said, yeah, I used to love that, you know, getting home late at night, getting carried, you know, depending on how old he was, either walking into the house, going stumbling because you're so tired and you stumble into bed, or getting carried into bed and waking up the next morning. You know, he says that was the holidays, and that was a part of things, and yeah, that's okay. We're okay. We can deal with it. And as Judy said, that way we don't have a cleanup. Oh, no, it was Kathy. Yeah, it was Kathy at the woodworking shop. I said, then, I don't remember who I was obviously talking to everybody about this. No, I wasn't. It was one person. And they said, that way you don't have to clean up. Yes. as you can see, I'm still decorated. But I stopped looking for my tree skirt. I mean, if there's a tree skirt that I have time to see tomorrow, if not, next year. Basically a tablecloth for my table, which I use once a year at Christmas time. Yeah. So sad about that. So sad that that went. There's so many things that, oh God, oh, don't think about the things that you don't have. I mean, some things I'm glad I don't have because they were just, it was too much. But, okay, so I'm back to thinking about my Christmas things. Yeah, so I have all my passwords changed except my debit card, which I will change tomorrow, which is why we're going to there. I got my password changed, that password changed, and that password changed. I have to change that password. And that's probably okay. I probably do not need to replace my computer. Because as you said, Andy, it's working fine. Okay, so I can't see the, yeah, but it's not secure. No, I probably still need to replace my computer. It's not secure. It's from 2013. I mean, it's an old computer and it can no longer be, the safety can no longer be updated, and you know, Apple does security updates on my phone all the time. Can't do it to my computer. So I am sad to get rid of Quark Express, but I will keep my, maybe I will be able to keep my computer hanging around. I don't know. No, just let it go. Quark Express isn't old, and yours is old. I know, I had engineered and changed the date so that Quark Express would run ad infinitum on my computer. Yeah, maybe I can have it. 2 monitors. I don't know what I can do. We'll see once that comes up. Because it's a pretty old monitor and I'm sure I could get money for it. I doubt that my credit card will be here by tomorrow, so I won't be able to activate it. I would like to activate it at the bank, but I hate the idea of activating it at the same place that I activated it last time. Because last time it got, you know, it just bugs me. No, nothing to do with it. You can activate it anywhere. Go to the post office and activate it. There you go. Yeah, I'll go to the post office and buy a chocolate bar with my credit card. Yes, I will do that. Just to make myself feel better. Just to make myself feel better. Yeah. And I hope all goes well. And that Mimi's mom comes to Christmas with the many people, where she says when there are many people around, she's fine. I said, great, we'll invite her along to Christmas. Not just to here, to Guelph. Yeah. We'll see.